Good day, folks, and welcome to Best Trade Setup. In this video, I will be going over the trades from the 28th of November 2022 all the way to the 2nd of December 2022, which so happens to be NFP. Now, let's go right ahead to the first chart. Now, here I was anticipating for price to continue its bullish momentum coming off of the best trade setup that had happened the previous day. See, the thing with best trade setups is that I always look for price to reach the high of the day in which the setup had completed. Now, also, I'm looking at the fact that price didn't even go beyond this area, so I'm thinking, okay, most probably it will continue the bullish price action. Now, I had entered trades here, and I will be honest with you folks on this one, and don't ever do this. I had entered the trade here, but I didn't put a stop loss. Don't ever trade without a stop loss because price will surprise you for sure. So, price did eventually reach the high of this day on Friday, and this this is actually the chart that I was telling you about where I didn't put a stop loss. I ended up closing all my positions around the high of Friday. So don't do this. Don't try it. Don't even always trade with a stop loss. Now let's go on to the second chart. Now in this area here, we have this is from the first chart, but on the 5 minute time frame where we have the confirmations for buys. And we have a W pattern, this right here. And on the first leg, we see that we have a 3CP, an engulfment, and price rejecting of the 1750 level. Now, even though I call this a 3CP, it's made up of four candles. Sometimes the 3CP, the three candle pattern, some of you may know it as a morning or evening star pattern. It can also have four candles, but not more than four candles, just three or four candles. I will leave a link in the description below to an article that explains in detail what the 3CP is. And on the second leg, we have a 3CP, this time made up of three candles. And we have an engulfment, a bullish engulfment, and the price just rejecting off of the 1750 level. So that brings us to 7 confirmations, and that's enough to enter buys. This is what it looks like on the 15-minute time frame. Now this is an even more detailed chart showing you the best trade setup I mentioned earlier on Friday and why I had a bias towards bullish price action given what had happened on Friday. This also shows a W pattern or a rising W pattern, which confirms more bullish action for me. That's why I was really comfortable taking those trades and also opening up multiple positions. But remember, always use the stop loss. Do not do what I did. That was a huge mistake on my part, and definitely learning from it because anything could have happened. So always use a stop loss. Here we have on the 5 minute time frame a sell position. And the reason why I took this trade was because if you look here, we have price doing a sweep. And with every sweep, we have a W pattern. And this is also an order block area right here. That's 3 confirmations. And we have an engulfment here. That's 4. And we have price rejecting off of the 1755 level. And that's our 5th confirmation. We're looking for a 6th one, which is a strong bearish move. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, I will show you a chart where I labeled everything that I just mentioned in just a second. As you can see, price eventually reached the low of the day. This low right here. And price eventually did reach the low of the day. Now, what I had done here was label this chart out for you, showing you exactly what I was looking for, which was 6 confirmations, hence why I entered this trade. Now, this is Friday, the 2nd of December 2022 NFP. I drew out this box, but I was also looking for confirmations on the lower time frame to take sells. And indeed, I got my confirmation. I will show you a detailed chart as to what exactly I was looking for. But basically, this is a best trade setup where we have price doing a fake out here. And with every fake out is an M pattern. And it so happens that this fake out is in the form of an M pattern if you look at the line chart. And also, this price action here is what I call COW, Code of Wood. If you don't know what that is, please refer to the previous videos where I explained exactly what that is. And we have price reacting off of this quarter level and this 5 minute order block. So that is more than enough. That's like 6 confirmations. And entering the trade here, our first take profit would be here. And eventually, like I showed in the previous chart, where I had hoped price would reach eventually. But since I don't know what price action is going to do, I might as well just take partials as price moves in my favor. And as you can see here, price did eventually reach this order block here. And this is just to show you that indeed I had my first take profit here, and then I moved stop loss to break even plus. And eventually I did close the trade somewhere around this area, the order block area I just showed you in the previous chart. And there we have it. This is a 9RR trade. I would say this is the the biggest win for this current week for me, and I was really pleased with how price played out eventually. This is a chart showing you the details that I was looking at when I was entering the trade on the 5 minute time frame. And with that, folks, I thank you for listening in. Take from that what you will, and I wish you a very pivotal week moving forward. And with that, cheers.